Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and shout out to my Jordan brand family for sending these my way. Today we are going to be taking a closer look at 3 different renditions of the Jordan LUKA 2 silhouette. We've got it in different color schemes. So we've got the bread, we've also got the Trickshot, as well as the cave edition. So let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed to the channel, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxing and reviews. Today we'll start off with discussing each different colorway for the Jordan LUKA 2 silhouette. Then we'll talk about size and fit on these, followed by how I styled this very active sneaker. And then we'll conclude with where you can find these and how much each of these retailed at. So let's jump right into it. If you are stopping by the channel because you're looking for a great basketball performance sneaker, this may be the perfect fit for you. And it actually is quite affordable, a little bit more on the pricier side from the original LUKA 1. So if you were a fan of the LUKA 1 and you're wanting to kind of test out the new variation, this did go up about $20. So a little bit pricier than that 110 price point at $130. But there are some subtle additions, not too many crazy additions as far as the tech or the materials that are used throughout. The only key difference actually is this full length 23 or Formula 23 foam that you're gonna have in each of these different silhouettes, making it a little bit more comfortable and squishier. So as far as these 3 different colorways, I definitely want to hear from you. Which one is your favorite out of the 3? But definitely these are focused on different inspirations. So this one is actually called the Cave, and out of the 3 renditions, it is the most sustainable as far as material goes for each of these. So LUKA's home is actually Slovenia, and I actually didn't know this, but Slovenia is the first country or first nation to be recognized as a green destination. And that is the first green destination in the world. I didn't even know that you could be awarded that, but really cool thing. So since that is his hometown, place of birth, he basically decided to come up with a sustainable sneaker to kind of be inspired by how sustainable his home town is. So really cool colorway and concept. Also, some of the inspiration that goes into it is the stunning caves that are known in Slovenia. I've actually seen some incredible photos. There's actually this like incredible castle out there, and underneath is this entire like cave system underneath. And the people that actually lived in that castle at some point in time lived in the cave as well. Not a lot of caves that I've heard of, even in the US, where people have actually habitated and lived there fully for a long period of time and actually were able to hunt and make it a very comfortable living situation. So as you can see, it does kind of have a bit more of a rugged feel in comparison to the bread tone as well as the Trickshot tone. Definitely gives a more kind of mountaineering and cave-like effect. Lots of different gray hues on here. I will say out of the 3 different ones, the recycled material they used on the toe box, it is very stiff. It's not as comfortable and as flexible. So when you're running up and down the court, I feel like this is going to take a little bit more to break into as far as the materials they used on this. As far as the lacing system goes as well, it's a little bit different. You are getting this really cool kind of intricate lace on the side eyelets where you're not really getting that on either of these 2 pairs. And then we do have some simple black laces, a soft, nice, light charcoal tongue with this nice embroidered LUKA logo right there. And then we've got a pull tab at the top with the Jumpman. Those details, then we'll move along to the side paneling. All right, so wrapping around the side panels, again, we're getting different hues of this gray. As we work our way to the back, it does kind of remind me of like mountain climbing for some reason, especially with a lot of the Space Hippie pieces, for instance. You'll notice that it's got a lot of spackles and things like that. So we're also seeing kind of some spackles in the back of the heel here. Again, that really cool threading for this lace also covers the entirety of the sneaker, including the back of the heel and working its way to the lateral and medial side of the sneaker itself. But we do have the same color blocking on each side. The interior also is in a nice goldenrod yellow, and then we've got some charcoal gray hues in there. The sneaker is then completed with just a nice kind of recycled looking midsole in these different tones with spackles. The Jumpman logos in that goldenrod yellow, and then we're also getting that same tone of yellow on the bottom and this semi-translucent outsole in this clear and gray colorway. So let's take a look at all of the details on this color scheme, and then we'll jump into the bread. All right, so moving on to the bread colorway, this is definitely a bit more comfortable in my opinion in comparison to the K variation. As far as this color scheme goes, you can already see that this definitely resembles an OG colorway, which this is definitely drawing inspiration from the iconic Air Jordan 4 cement. So you're seeing the same colorway of the black and red and the nice kind of spackled gray hues on this silhouette. We also are getting those red accents, which are nicely embroidered, especially on that LUKA branding on the top there, as well as the Jumpman logo for the pull tab. So we'll look at those details, then jump into the side paneling. Right, so wrapping around to the side panels again, it's pretty muted with all black tones. Different meshing and nubuck leathers are placed throughout. And then on the back, we do have some Latin writing. So one side says non desistas, and then the other says non existis 77. So in Latin, both of those terms are pretty inspiring. So one means actually to never give up, and then the other means to never surrender. So I do love when different collaborations end up putting different quotes and very inspiring things on the sneakers themselves. So I love that it says that. Then as far as the other side paneling of the sneaker, this is where we're getting the Jumpman logo and this pop of red on top of a white midsole, and then some nice spackled color schemes in this gray and black hue. And then we've got this semi-translucent herringbone traction going on the bottom of the outsole, and then some nice pops of red and black will complete the bread tone on the LUKA 2. All right, so moving on, next up is the Trickshot. So out of the three, I feel like the Trickshot honestly is probably my favorite colorway out of the three. I just think that this tone really pops. It's very clean finish with the white color scheme. So for those of you who are big kind of NASCAR fans or also just Mavericks fans, this was actually inspired by the Dallas Mavericks. And this whole kind of color collection and vibe was actually present as part of Michael Jordan's NASCAR team 23XL racing during the Texas Motor Speedway, and the body and color scheme of that car kind of actually was the same color scheme as the sneaker itself. So really cool that they brought the different sports together and they were able to kind of do this really cool collaboration and color scheme on this specific silhouette. As far as the color scheme of this goes, you're getting this really nice neon pop of green here on the front as well as the top of the tongue here. It's a little more subdued with a simple just white tongue and white pull tab, but we are seeing the Jumpman logo in the subtle red hue, and then LUKA's branding is embroidered nicely in this black hue with some simple white laces. So let's take a look at those details and then move along to the side paneling. All right, so wrapping around to the side paneling, again, a majority of this is just in a white tone finish, and the back also has that same Latin writing on the back of the heel as the bread does. And again, that means never give up and never surrender. And then as we wrap around to the other side paneling, we're getting more pops of this neon green and the Jumpman logo on the midsole in that black tone. And we have an icy blue finish, which is semi-translucent. And again, that really nice traction with that herringbone pattern to give you some nice comfy grip. All right, so let's take a look at those last and final details on the Trickshot color scheme. All right, so definitely let me know, out of the three different colorways that I went through, what is your favorite, and are you a fan of the LUKA 2 or do you prefer the LUKA 1 variation? All right, so as far as sizing and fit, I will definitely say that the sustainable version was a little bit different on the material side of things and it fit a bit more snug. I would highly recommend definitely going half a size up on this. If you're somebody who definitely needs a little extra room in your sneakers, I still would recommend going half a size up on the LUKA 2, just because I feel like it does run a little bit on the more snug side of things. It's definitely a bit more narrow as well as spacing goes, but as far as the grip goes, it definitely has some good traction with that herringbone that you'll see is present on the outsole of the sneaker itself. And then again, we do have that Formula 23 foam that is full length, which is the kind of new rendition on this LUKA 2, which we didn't really have on the LUKA 1. As far as any new added tech, you're not going to really see anything new in variation to that, and the materials are pretty equal to the LUKA 1 as well. But this does have a solid Cushlon 3.0 carrier, and that basically just absorbs and cushions and gives you a little bit more bounce. But overall, for the price point, I feel like this is a decent sneaker. Is it my favorite basketball sneaker this year? Probably not, but it is definitely subtly a step up from that LUKA 1.0. As far as the weight goes, I wouldn't say that this is the lightest basketball sneaker by all means. It definitely has some good breathability in there, and it definitely has some decent lateral movements. But again, nothing was really truly improved with the technicalities of the sneaker as far as materials go too. It's pretty standard. But you know, again, it's a very affordable, good price point for a basketball shoe. So if this is something that, you know, you want to play indoor or outdoor in, I think that, you know, this is definitely a decent pair to go with. All right, so now let's talk about styling. Of course, this is just a basketball sneaker, so you're probably just going to be wearing this on the court. So I kept it pretty simple with an outfit that was definitely sent to me by Jordan brand. So shout out to Jordan for sending me this really nice, simple Jordan hoodie that has some just nice gray details. And then I wore some nice active Jordan black pants that had some nice reflective details as well that kind of had a gray hue to it. But definitely a easy color scheme, I feel like, as far as the three go to match up with, and they're just like three different personalities. So hopefully you'll be able to try at least one of these color variations.
Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past.
Alright, so as far as price point goes, again, this is a little bit pricier than the LUKA one. This is a $130 retail price point. So you'll definitely be able to find these different variations at Jordan retailers, so definitely online as well as in store. All right, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. Before you go, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, be sure to do that down below and give this video a thumbs up. We will catch you all on the next episode.
Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like